What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be a little reaction and review to the Motherwell game that's just finished there. Of course, going over the talking points, going over Alfredo's red card and see what people think about that. If you do just want to hear me talk about the Morelos situation, where I compare him to other situations in the league and talk about how unfairly he's been treated, then jump to about the 6 or 7 minute mark of the video where I talk about it then. So we'll start off here just by going over the team and the early parts of the game. The team is the exact same against Young Boys. I mean, no surprise with, of course, especially our first half performance. And that is like the main team that played against Celtic. So it seems on paper to be our best team right now. And early on, we started off with really good pressure. But Motherwell also showed early on why they're in such good form at the moment. They were replying, getting some half chances of their own. We had one quite mix-up, which had everyone's hearts in their mouth when McGregor kind of came out and then didn't come out and then came out and then just sat down. But luckily, Tav, credit where it's due, with an outstanding bit of defending inside his own 6-yard box. Then after that, we started to get some chances of our own. We had our first Stonewall penalty decision against us today. A Rebo header, the guy's hands out to the side of him. It's not tucked in. That should have been the first penalty that we got of the day. Of course, that one was not given to us. Alfredo had a few chances as well. He had a few chances. Gillespie, their keeper today, was on really good form again, to be fair, and I was like, oh no, please don't be another repeat of the final with Fraser Forster's performance. Alfredo had another chance on a good volley after a Kent knock-on hit, and well, Gillespie actually hit it onto the post. Kamara had a chance as well, came out to one and a half volley at the edge. Keeper was off his line. Kamara, on his weak foot, to be fair to him, he just tried to put as much power as possible into it. Unfortunately, put that one off target, but that is sort of chances that we should be hoping to take. Then Bournemouth steps up, who has been known for assisting Alfredo. I think his last 4 assists, I believe I heard the stat was, have been for Morelos. And this time he set up Nico Katic, brilliant header, our best aerial threat, best defender, in my opinion. Put your thoughts on that in the comments below. So for the second time in the game, we had a Stonewall penalty denied, and this one was far worse than the first. Alfredo just totally barged into from behind, had no idea. It's not as if he blocked the guy off, he just got ran into, tumbled over from behind. I'll put a clip in of that now.
For me, I mean, Mugabe is all over the top. I'm trying to leapfrog him there. That is a penalty kick.
So somehow we never got a penalty for that, which is an absolute stonewaller, which we actually see Morelos speak English to the ref, although it was only a few words. He was like, this is a foul or that is a foul. He was saying to the ref. I was calling out for him to have a match reaction since we know he can actually speak a few words of it now. But Alfredo nearly got his goal and Bonner nearly got another assist. That link-up play again between them two. Cut it back. Alfredo's also been learning off of Defoe, getting that one little half-yard of space and smashing it towards the goal. And again, Gillespie was there to stop it. Half time, there was a little scuffle between the players, which carried on into the tunnel. It resulted in Gallagher for them, who we know is just WWE/football star. Just that's what he wants to do. Absolute hammer thrower, which is of course the term for Motherwell that we all use, because they're literally, the style of football they play is horrible. They've been trying to improve on it recently, but they've still got the players and the mindsets of we just want to fight rather than actually play a game of football. And of course Jack isn't going to stand down to anyone, so unfortunately that resulted in Jack getting a booking. At half time, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Chris Boyd was actually sticking up for Rangers and sticking up for Morelos, saying if this wasn't Morelos we wouldn't be talking about it, because the half-time highlights are just all about Morelos, tackles on Morelos, tackles from Morelos, and they're just so consumed with Morelos. We've got no, if it was anyone else, we wouldn't be talking about it. There was one tackle which was horrible on Morelos, could have been a red card. If it was the other way, it would have been a Stonewall red card. Everyone would have been talking about it. The papers would have been calling Morelos an animal. But because it's on Morelos, Andy Walker and everything, who is absolutely so hard to listen to today, I almost wanted to just watch it on mute if it wasn't for listening to our fans at the game, because he is unbelievably biased. I think he's actually worse than Chris Sutton as a commentator in my opinion, which is a bit far, I know. The second half started just as fiery as the first, the players flying into tackles, but we had a few half chances. Kent had 2 half chances as well, which one got cut back to him by Morelos. Again, good save by their goalkeeper. One Aribo slipped Kent in. To be fair, that one was good defending. To Kent rounded the keeper, but the defender got in the way and stopped Kent from having a tap in into an empty net. Morelos got his first booking of the day, and to be fair, that one was probably a booking. He left his foot up. He was trying to block the ball, but that's just a yellow card that you see everyone getting nowadays. He's left his foot up when the Motherwell player's trying to clear the ball. He's kicked Morelos, but because Morelos just studs it up, he's got his first yellow card. Before Alfie got his second goal, which sealed the game, McGregor came up with a big save, literally in the 6-yard box. He was brave, came out, spread himself well, got a good hand to it and sent that wide, but that was a real chance and a good wake-up call for us to make sure that we went and got this second goal. But what a save by McGregor it was. Alfredo's goal came into him, his first touch, had a swipe at it at first, then got his second chance. He was clinical, got that finish, which had me reacting like this. Finish! Oh. Yes, man! Come on! But it all turned sour pretty quickly when Alfredo got sent off for his second yellow for his gesture, shall we say, towards the Motherwell fans, which I'll talk about. But being down to 10 men after that was all just about game management and seeing the game out from then. Polster come on into midfield to help us just solidify that midfield, because even with us having 10 men, you were still pretty confident that we weren't going to concede 2 goals, and Motherwell might have lumped the ball into the box and nicked 1 goal, but there's no way that they were going to be getting 2, so we're still pretty confident from that point. Borna nearly, oh, it was a beautiful free kick at the end. Everyone's chanting his name, he was loving it. Steps up and rattles the post. I think the keeper got another touch on it. I think he actually was man of the match. I think he might have stole it away from any of our players today, because he stopped that from being 5 or 6 today. But it was unbelievable technique again from Borna. By far our best set piece taker on the team. So on to the big talking point of today, which was this. This tweet started getting a lot of attention instantly because Lads had a dream account, retweeted it, so then everyone's seen it and it went from there. Of course, I've got millions of Celtic fans and millions of Rangers fans all responding, so that's how the tweet blew up so much. So all the Celtic fans are just, as you can see, I'm going to put it on screen now, just some of the comments, but if you want, go and check out the tweet yourself and just read some of the comments on it. Some of them are just unbelievable from that lot. It's unbelievable how much Morelos actually affects their life. It's absolutely crazy. But he's ref to such a different standard, Morelos. In recent times, we've had 3 players sent off for celebrating. Halliday, for another picture that I'll put on screen now, literally just lifting his arm in the air. Candeas was sent off for blowing kisses to the opposition fans. Blowing kisses, yes, that is correct. And Morelos, of course, sent off for this today, when Brown and Lennon have both got away with this. Not to mention Alfredo today was getting stuff thrown at him by that section of Motherwell fans when he went and celebrated today, but put your thoughts in the comments about all the celebrations down below. So another unfortunate thing about Alfredo's 2 yellow cards today, which means we can't appeal the red card, which means he will miss the game against Hibs. So of course Defoe, as you'll expect, unless there's some sort of miracle, Defoe will start up front for us against Hibs, which you're still confident against, and it's the great thing about having 2 great strikers. Morelos is literally, his form is world class right now, and then Defoe is someone that you know what you're going to get. You're going to get goals from him when he comes in and takes a place, and it's absolutely awesome to have a striker of that calibre as backup to Morelos. So I'm still confident enough going into that Hibs game that with Defoe up front we can get the job done. Another important thing about today's victory is, for once, we were playing before Celtic, so it meant that we did go top of the league with our win today. So the Celtic game will be on while I'm recording this video and while it's coming out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that Hibs can get at least a point off of Celtic there, and that will keep us top of the league, and that's really what we want. Hopefully they drop some points before the 29th, if not we'll just take them off from then anyway. I'm just going to finish off today's video by going over some thoughts of the people over on my Twitter page. We've got You and True Blue here saying, thought it was a good performance from the team overall, we never really gave them a sniff. I agree with you apart from that one save that McGregor did have. Brian Firth just says never a red. Malcolm White says brilliant. Al Walker says stood up well, another big 3 points, ref was shocking, missed everything bar a second snowflake yellow. Sean Sturgeon for the last one here said amazing performance, 3 points, and the SFA are trying to stop us. So that's going to be all for today's video, guys. If you are still here, I appreciate you leaving a like, help with the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, we're close to that 3,000 subscriber mark, absolutely awesome. We'll see you in the next one, hope you enjoyed.